Today I'm going to be talking about how to build a desktop PC. The main parts are your CPU, RAM, PSU, motherboard, CPU, cooling unit, and memory. Other parts would be your case, protects your components, but you'll still run without it. RGB lighting just lights up your computer to look cool. Optical drive runs your CDs and DVDs, but a lot of things can be downloaded, so you won't need that most of the time. Case fans cools down all your components because they do get hot. Your GPU is not necessary for some people, but some people need it to run certain programs. Your CPU is the brain of your computer and is measured in gigahertz. That is the measure of the speed of the CPU. So the more gigahertz, the faster it is in certain programs. But you're also going to look at cores. Cores will make you able to multitask. So you'll, a lower rated gigahertz for dual core might be faster in certain programs than a single core with more gigahertz. Your video card is not necessary for some people, but I made a chart to figure out if it's necessary for you. Alright, do you play graphically intense games? Then you're going to need one. If you're editing videos or programming, you're also going to need one. But most people don't do those things, so they won't need one. But if you do, you have to look at your VRAM. Certain programs and certain games require a certain amount of VRAM, and you're going to have to need as much as the game requires. And then you're also going to look at performance. Certain websites, well, what they'll do is they'll compare the graphics card's performance with other graphics cards, and you'll be able to tell which one's the best in your price range on those websites. Random access memory. This is a type of memory that you can pull from super quickly, and it's got all the things that you have running at the moment already pulled up, so it'll be able to give you that information super quickly. Unlike certain long-term storage methods, the RAM will be deleted as soon as you turn off the computer, so this is not where you'll be storing your files and stuff. You want to look at amount of gigabytes because certain programs need a certain amount of gigabytes to run. And then you want to look at type of RAM because different types of RAM is faster. You got your DDR3, slower than your DDR5, but it's more expensive, the DDR5. So you just got to pick which one you want. You got your long-term memory, which is your HDD and SSD. SSDs are completely non-mechanical, and your HDDs are mechanical. So the SSDs are more durable and less likely to lose your files. HDDs are less durable because they can get jarred because they got more moving parts. Your SSDs pull your information a lot faster than your HDD. So, but they are more expensive, so you have to pay more for that speed. Your motherboard, all you got to really know is make sure that all your components are compatible with your motherboard. You don't want to have to throw out a whole bunch of money on the motherboard because it's not going to make your computer any faster. You just got to make sure everything's compatible. And it just connects all your components so that they can work in harmony. Your CPU cooling units will cool down your CPU because that's the component that does get the hottest out of all the components. So what you want to do is either get a CPU fan or a water cooler. A water cooler uses water to cool down your CPU, and the fan just uses air. The fan is cheaper. The water cooler is more effective. It has gives and takes. Your thermal paste is what you put on that copper plate at the bottom, and it goes directly onto the CPU to conduct cooler cooler water or air onto that CPU so that you're not losing any of that energy that you spent cooling down the system. Your power supply, what you want to do there is you want to calculate your wattage of all the components on your computer and how much watts it takes to run it, and then you want to buy a power supply that is rated for that amount of wattage. You can find all the wattage on each part on the box, or you can just type in all your parts into certain websites and they'll tell you what type of power supply you need. And then you want to look at efficiency after that. The more efficient, it's probably going to be the more expensive ones. You can get 80 plus gold, 80 plus silver, bronze. The gold one's the best, and it's going to not cost you as much on your power bill, but it is going to be more expensive in the short term, but you'll save money in the long term. Here's all the sources that I have used for this slide, and now you have all the information to build your own computer.